Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on the Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. And we gonna talk about how the Denver Nuggets ended up having a tough game against the Grizzlies, but they eventually blew them out by the end of the game, 136-119. Memphis go to 25-55 and 11-28 on the road. Denver Nuggets go to 52-28 and 27-13 at home. Denver did win the season series 3-1 right now, but they do play one more game since it was postponed, and that game will take place another time. But I guess we have to wait on that. Usually they only play 4 times a season, but I guess they play another game. We'll see on that though. Don't quote me on that one. Other than that, the Denver Nuggets 37-33 in the first quarter. They lost the second quarter 39-31, but then they opened it up in the third 39-22, and then they closed them out 29-25 in the fourth. Memphis started getting in their own head. They started making mistakes. They started turning the basketball over. Denver was able to get high percentage good looks in transition because of that. And then it was just about making sure they don't get hot or making tough shots or even trying to find open looks. And once Denver was able to settle down a little bit and lock in, they was able to close this one out against the Grizzlies. Taylor Hendricks for the Memphis Grizzlies, he played 22 minutes. He had 16 points. He went 6 of 8 from the field, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. You just like the fact that he was able to score inside and out of the paint. He's long. He's a decent athlete. You want him using that body as much as he can. He had 6 rebounds. He had 1 assist. He had 1 turnover. He had 1 steal. He had 1 block. He also had 2 offensive rebounds and 3 personal fouls. And he was a plus 14 and plus minus. Toby played 33 minutes. He had 15 points. He went 5 of 10 from the field, going 4 of 7 from 3, which was a good night for him. He ended up being efficient from the field and efficient from 3, but he did go 1 of 4 from the free throw line if you want to nitpick. He did have 2 assists, no turnovers in the steal, 1 personal foul, and was a minus 30 and plus minus. Cedric Coward played 22 minutes. He had 27 points and ended up being the most on the team. He went 10 of 17 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3, 4 or 5 from the free throw line. You know he can shoot the 3. You know he's going to try to attempt some mid-range. You know he's going to try to drive when he can. He's just a really, really solid player. He just understands what he's out there to do as a 3-and-D type of guy, but he's offering a little bit more, and you have to like his development in that process that he's having still as a rookie and throughout, his career to get to this point. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers in the steal, 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and a plus 14 and plus minus. Jemai Mashak, 33 minutes, 9 points. He went 4 of 12 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 0 of 2 from the free throw line. He just flat out blew shots in this one, and even if they was open, he just couldn't make them. Just to be honest with you, he did have 3 rebounds and 7 assists. The 7 assists was the most on the team, so he had a little bit of a shining thing going for him in this one, and they did need somebody to simplify some things. It's tough going against a team like Denver that's hard to stop on a consistent possession basis. And then he had 1 turnover, 3 personal foul, was a minus 30 and plus minus. Walter Clayton Jr. really stepped up for him. Hit the mid-ranges, got to the basket, hit a 3, 2 of 5 from 3, 5 of 10 from the field for 15 points. He also went 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and a turnover. He had no personal fouls and was a plus 14 and plus minus. You look at the bench, though, they all scored and they played decent basketball. Just Taj Gibson, he went 1 of 3 from the field. He only made 1 shot. He had 2 points, got 2 boards, no turnovers, 1 personal foul. He also had 1 offensive rebound, was a plus 1 and plus minus. Whitehead played 28 minutes. He had 7 points. He missed too many shots, and they all was threes. He went 2 of 10 from 3. Even if he was open, he couldn't put it in the ocean tonight. And then he went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. That didn't help either, especially because the game was close throughout the game. They just couldn't continue to stay with the Nuggets. And that's been something that a lot of teams have had trouble with. That's why they won 52 games for the most part. 7 rebounds, that ended up being the most off the bench. And then that ended up being the most on the team in general. He had 3 assists, 1 offensive rebound. He also had 5 personal fouls. And he also was a minus 30 and plus minus. He was trying a little bit too hard on the defensive end. Obviously, you don't want nobody embarrassing. You don't want nobody scoring on you, but it's still rules to the game. Lucas played 37 minutes. He ended up playing a good amount and had 16 points, went 6 to 12 from the field, 3 of 8 from three, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. So he ended up scoring the most points off the bench, and he did it efficiently. You just wanted to see him probably not on a couple more threes. Didn't happen. That is the toughest shot, so I can see why the misses can be there for him. He had 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 turnovers. He had 3 offensive boards, 4 personal fouls, and was a minus 20 and plus minus. And then Amada played 39 minutes. That was the most off the bench. He got 12, and he went 3 of 10 from the field. He went 2 of 6 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He was all right on the offensive end when it came to scoring, but when you add the fact that he had 5 assists and 1 turnover, it ended up being a good night for him because it's hard to make plays. It's hard to find guys where everybody's trying to stop you and they trying to make sure you don't score. And then on top of that, they don't want you to pass because they don't want you getting an easy basket for your teammate or yourself. He had 6 boards, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 2 offensive boards, 1 personal foul, and was a minus 18 and plus minus. And then you look at the Denver Nuggets. Aaron Gordon was working hard for his shots too, but he was the only starter to not score in double figures for the Denver Nuggets because he finished with 6. He went 2 of 6 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds, 6 assists, no turnovers, and a block, 3 personal fouls, and was a plus 17 and plus minus. I like what he was out there trying to do sometimes. It just didn't always work, and that's a defense job to make it tough anyway. Cam Johnson stepped up again, 30 minutes, 18 points. He went 8 of 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. Hit the wide open shots, knew how to get wide open, and just made the plays or made the shots. 2 assists, 1 steal, 3 boards, 1 turnover, 1 offensive board, 1 personal foul. Finished as a plus 7 and plus minus. Nikola Jokic, he had the ball in his hands a lot, which is the right thing to do. He had 10 assists to prove that. He had 14 points on 5 of 8 shooting from the field. He missed his only 3. He went 4 or 5 from the free throw line. He had 16 rebounds, so he finished with a triple-double. And that's what he does. He averaging a triple-double for the season, just like he did last year. And he was really their consistent player out there. And that's what they need him for. And he brought it again. And he had 2 turnovers, 2 steals. You know, he's been good at getting steals the last couple of years. You try him, he's going to try to do something about it. He had 4 offensive rebounds, no personal foul, was a plus 24 and plus minus. Jamal Murray, 35 minutes. He had 26 points. He went 8 of 17 from the field. He went 5 of 10 from 3 and 5 of 5 from the free throw line. The man can shoot. The man can drive. The man knows when to go. He knows when to take the shot. He settled for a couple, but he still was able to make them. That's just how good he is on the offensive end, and that's just how he's feeling this year. And it's been a really good one for him. He had 7 rebounds, 5 assists. He also had 3 turnovers and no personal fouls, and was a plus 18 and plus minus. Christian Braun, 27 minutes. He had 14 points. He went 7 of 10 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3. He missed his only free throw. He was attacking the basket really, really good in this game, and getting out for transition helps too. He had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, no personal fouls, and was a plus 21 and plus minus. Zeke Naji, 7 minutes. He missed his only shot, which was a 3. He had 1 assist, no turnover, 2 personal fouls, was a minus 9 and plus minus. Deron Holmes played 3 minutes. He made a shot from 3, then he missed the other one, so he finished 1 of 2 from the field since that was his only field goals. He had 4 rebounds, no turnovers, 2 offensive rebounds, no personal foul, and a 0 and plus minus. Jonas Valanciunas, 13 minutes. He had 14 points. It was the most off the bench. He ended up basically making everything, no matter what he shot, how he shot it, and who was guarding him. He was able to get it go. He did go 2 or 3 from the free throw line. He had 4 boards, 3 turnovers. He also had 2 blocks. The 2 blocks ended up being the most on the team. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 5 personal fouls, and was a 0 and plus minus. Tim Hardaway Jr., 19 minutes, 13 points. He went 5 of 10 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3. So he did a good job of just finding ways to get the shots that made sense for him. And then it was just about knocking them down. He got that done. He wanted some more threes to go down, but didn't really need it as much in this one. You just hope he can do it in the playoffs. He had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers. 1 personal foul, was a plus 13 and plus minus. Bruce Brown, 26 minutes, 13 points. He went 5 of 7 from the field. He missed his only 3. He went 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Got a lot of easy baskets, especially in transition in this one. He just knows how to get there. He knows how to get it done. That's what he's been doing all season for him. It's good that they brought him back. 7 rebounds. They ended up being the most off the bench. He had 2 assists. He had 1 turnover. He had 2 steals. He had 1 block. He had 1 offensive rebound. He had 4 personal fouls. He was a +4 and plus minus. Jalen Pickett played 6 minutes. He had 5 points. He went 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from three. So he ended up having a good night, even though he didn't take a lot of shots, but they needed the buckets no matter if it was a blowout or not. You still want to have a good performance, and you still want to keep them ahead because you don't want them getting back on the court, especially because you can possibly lose the game. So it's good they did perform well. 1 assist, no turnovers, 1 personal foul, -2 and plus minus Julian Strawther. 15 minutes, 10 points. He went 4 of 6 from the field, 2 of 3 from the 3-point line. Good scoring from him, whether that was in the paint or on the perimeter. He had 2 boards, 1 assist, no turnovers, and a block. 3 personal fouls, -8 and plus minus. KJ Simpson, 3 minutes. He missed his only shot. He did get a rebound, though. He also had a turnover, no personal fouls, was a 0 and plus minus. And then Curtis Jones played 3 minutes. He missed his only shot. He had no turnovers. He had no personal fouls. Was a 0 and plus minus. And then you look at the Denver Nuggets and the Memphis Grizzlies. 90 field goals taken for the Nuggets, 92 for the Grizzlies. 59% from the field for them, 46% from the field for the Grizzlies. 39% from three for the Nuggets, 38% for the Grizzlies. 76% for the Nuggets, 70% for the Grizzlies. 52 rebounds for the Nuggets, 38 for the Grizzlies, and then 31 assists for the Nuggets, 24 for the Grizzlies, 12 turnovers for the Nuggets, 6 for the Grizzlies, 6 steals for the Nuggets, 5 for the Grizzlies, 5 blocks for the Nuggets, 1 for the Grizzlies, 9 offensive rebounds for the Nuggets, 10 for the Grizzlies, 43 rebounds for the Nuggets, 28 for the Grizzlies, 20 personal fouls for both teams. The Nuggets was in a tough one. They found a way to get themselves out of it. They found themselves ahead. They was able to continue the domination. They was able to play real good basketball defensively too. But it's the Grizzlies. They don't really have too many guys they can throw the ball to and say, give me a bucket, give somebody a shot consistently. They had Jokic, they had Murray, they had guys moving around and cutting and finding ways to get open, competing and playing hard. They more talented. They have guys that can dominate the game. They did. And the Memphis Grizzlies tried and did the best they could. Just wasn't enough. They should have lost this one. And the Grizzlies ended up getting that, which they didn't want, but they had to do what they could, and it just wasn't enough against the Denver Nuggets. They had to get this win. They should have got this win, and they did it. And welcome to 52 wins. We'll see how y'all end the season, and we'll see if y'all can stay healthy going into the postseason, and we'll just see what y'all do after that, too. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today with more analysis, hopefully.